current thinking, especially on the timing of future rate cuts. Dollar index ahead of that at 103.835, although, to be honest, we're probably going to hear more of the wait and see from Chair Powell. Sri?
Martin, let's get back to Derek Izuel from Shelton Capital Management. Derek, if we pick up talking about Japan, and we are going to be speaking to the global CEO of NTT in the next hour, Abhijit Dubey. Where do you find the leverage to the AI boom, whether it's in Japan, in this region, or globally?
Leverage the AI boom. Interesting point there. Well, I think that a lot of it is still going to be here in the U.S. That's where most of the added value is going to be extracted. Eventually, it's trickling down to the chip manufacturers and such, which is great. But eventually, the competitive forces within those industries will be extremely strong, and there won't be as much to gain there. I think you got to find the small companies that are leveraging the AI technologies into services or products that are really widely useful. Be very careful. The term AI is horrendously overused, and a lot of these things are being labeled as AI when all they are is just technology like we've known it for decades. You have to find technology that's truly using inputs, learning from it, and then devising outputs that may not even be understood or seen by the creators. That's where the technology can really add value, as opposed to someone just overusing that term.
On the other side of the spectrum, Derek, you've got your eyes on some interesting global cyclical plays, if I may describe them as that. You're bottom-up investors. You like SSAB, the Swedish steel company, and Izuel in Brazil. Tell us why.
Sure. SSAB, as you mentioned, specialty steels. They're some distance away from your commodity steel products, and thus are able to maintain pricing on a relative basis when you have a cycle within a cyclical product like steel. Also, one of, if not the most sustainable steel producers in the world. So for investors looking for that type of investment, both from the fact that it's beneficial, but also will be beneficial economically for that firm in the long term. Izuel is really a play on Brazil. Brazil's really moving into a good situation right now. Their political situation is a lot more stable than it has been in some years, and they've become a beneficiary of a lot of the reshoring that's been going on from East Asia. Brazil is a more closer ally and a closer geographical country to the U.S., and so a lot of companies are willing to put some of their production or other services over in Brazil that they might be pulling out of Asia. Also a great commodity play if you're looking for that. And Izuel, which is not just the bank, it also includes a whole host of different services and companies in production and industrials, gives you a nice broad-based exposure to that Brazilian boom.
And dare I say it, when you consider the price action in Bitcoin, is that a return to the speculative fervor, Derek? And is that a reason to be cautious on this asset class?
I wouldn't be one to take a gander on which way Bitcoin's going. But I will say in one of our small cap strategies, we are happy to take positions in companies exposed to the Bitcoin business, particularly miners or firms that have been backing Bitcoin in some way.
And if we can bring it back to this region, Korea, South Korea, what are you watching there? And is that a cyclical play, or is that a play on AI, or what is it that particularly interests you about the South Korean market? And is it in need of another, a Japan-style corporate governance shakeup?
Well, I think you just hit it right on the nose. It is in need of that. And I think there's a sense within the country that they should take some of those steps. My take is that the cable system is even more incestuous, for lack of a better term, than the Keiretsu system in Japan. And if they see the TSE's reforms really making a difference in Japan, I am suspecting you're going to see the same activity in Korea to try and break up or at least make a lot of these conglomerates and a lot more economically efficient.
And friendly to shareholders as well. Understood. Derek, listen, got to go. Great to talk to you. Yeah, indeed. Thanks for the time. Appreciate it. Keep safe and warm. Do it again very soon. Derek Izuel, Shelton Capital Management, joining us live. All right, so good look at how we're starting up trade out.